It was the love of beauty, I would say, looking at life in the most beautiful way, the beauty in each thing. Everything that we see has been thought of by an artist, a designer, your glass in which you take your water. Everything is art around us. And collecting, it starts with loving what's around you. I'm Ella Fontanals-Cisneros, and I'm an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, and also an art collector. This piece that I really am very much attached to is from an artist, Brazilian artist, Ana Maria Maiolino. Ana Maria Maiolino, she wanted to do art and she couldn't because she was alone, a mother, and she needed to work to maintain their kids. Her looking out the window with all these things from her kids. I was very young when we went into exile. I was born in Cuba, and my parents decided to leave Cuba in the 60s, at the beginning of the revolution, coming into a country in which we had to start all over again. I wanted to be an artist, and then suddenly I was 15 and I had to go to work. This is an artist from Brazil. Her name is Mirachenda Lamira. When the light hits that wood, it will draw into the white canvas an image, not to try to make it the figure like a painting, but let just the piece of wood be the painter. I have not been a person to follow tendencies or to follow certain things in the artistic scene. I am very curious, and I'm very interested in finding myself, in discovering, in learning, and into finding new things. I got very interested in the 80s in the geometrical abstraction of Latin America. And then after that, I was interested in photography, so I started collecting photography. So you will see different artists. You will see from the geometrical abstraction, Ligia Clark and Otero from Venezuela, and the Mahdi. And then we will see contemporary artists like Rashid Johnson. Most people think that collecting ends up when you have a painting or a piece of work on your wall. And that's not the truth. The truth is that you have to keep it. And for example, in my collection, we have around 3,000 works of art. We have to open the boxes at least once a year. There are a lot of boxes. And be sure that there is no mold, that there's no humidity, etc. Our system for fire system with gas, so it kills the oxygen, and then the doors close, and there's no water. And not only upkeeping the works of art, but also showing them, because we have, at this point, we have so many works that you are responsible for showing those pictures. Just to have them in a warehouse doesn't mean anything. When you're young, you always want to change the world, and you're there with your ideas, and I think I was the first one to create a committee for communications inside the Economic and Social Council in the United Nations. So for me, when after 96, I decided that I wanted to do philanthropy, where my passion was the arts. And in 2002, I created the foundation to help Latin American artists be known and had them an opportunity of showing their art outside their countries, and to have also an opportunity of learning about other artists. At the end, we just keep things for a while. You die, you leave this place, and the art goes into other hands, and we're just taking care of them for a time, a limited time. So for me, it wasn't just that of having the piece. It's more like the process of learning, the process of being there with the artists and knowing what they think and what they do, and the geniality of some of them, and etc.